What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole winter-January transfer window here in the United Kingdom. So if you want to stay up to date first and fast on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this January, then do make sure you have subscribed to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up as well. 300 likes is the aim. Finally, want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes. They're running a very special prize. It's a signed Vincent Kompany shirt. It's a one-of-a-kind prize which has been made just for this Football Prize competition, and it could be yours for £3.95. The main prize in this week's competition is a signed framed Vincent Kompany shirt from Vincent Kompany himself. This bespoke frame comes with a custom made poster backdrop and fully commissionable inbuilt LED lights as well. You can go and check it out. There's 14 instant prizes to be won, including signed memorabilia from David Silva and Sergio Aguero as well. Do go and check it out. It's £3.95 to enter. There's 299 tickets. They will go very quickly, so do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. So we're going to crack on with this daily Manchester City transfer update. We're going to start off with the outs. Who else are we going to speak about but Kalvin Phillips? So Sam Lee, he said Kalvin Phillips is expected to leave Manchester City this month, and there is the potential for Manchester City to replace him this month as well, should they choose to do so. The question is, whom are they going to replace Kalvin Phillips with? Now, Mark Douglas has said that Fulham and Crystal Palace, they want Kalvin Phillips on loan from Manchester City. They're the Premier League clubs interested right now. Newcastle's name not being put out there. I do know from previous weeks that they were interested. I don't know if they've cooled their interest or not, but right now Newcastle's name not really being mentioned. One team that's not going away from Europe is Juventus. I'm hearing PSG also interested in signing Kalvin Phillips on loan from Manchester City. Some numbers have been put out there. Found this very interesting. Manchester City apparently looking for around £5 million in a loan fee, maybe even more. Manchester City would prefer an obligation to buy rather than an option to buy. So Manchester City believed to be looking in the summer for around £40 million. So let's say they settle on a £6 million loan fee this January with an obligation to buy for £40 million in the summer. Means Manchester City accumulate more than their money back for what we signed Kalvin Phillips for, which was for around £44 million, which is what Manchester City are trying to do here. I think they're just trying to profit ever so slightly on Kalvin Phillips. As I said, I find it interesting that City are looking at an obligation to buy rather than an option to buy. We would find it easier to get Kalvin Phillips to leave Manchester City with the option to buy rather than the obligation to buy. My instinct right now when it comes to the winter transfer window, and the teams will know this that want to sign Kalvin Phillips, the more patient you are with this transfer, you get towards the latter parts of this window, then the ball goes into their court and they'll be able to seal an option to buy rather than an obligation to buy. As City are looking to sell Kalvin Phillips, looking to leave Manchester City to try and get more first team opportunities so he can be on that plane to Germany in June with England for the European Championships. That's his aim, so the only way he's going to do that is through playing on a regular basis, and that's quite simply isn't going to happen at Manchester City. So if City could seal a transfer sooner rather than later, I'd say it's more likely we do get that obligation to buy and the guaranteed income coming into the club. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if any of the clubs do choose to take that obligation to buy, because that will make them front runners when it comes to signing Kalvin Phillips. And it is good that there is competition, that there are 4, 5, 6 teams being put out there and not just 1 or 2. So it means the option for any team to try and sign Kalvin Phillips, they've got to be more desirable than the other options out there. Playing time becomes very important, but for Manchester City, from a business point of view, guaranteed income also becomes a factor in this loan transfer. Of course, I'll keep you guys up to date every single step of the way when it comes to Kalvin Phillips. Now, moving on to the Inds, we've got a new name, Pedro Neto, over at Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's an attacker, plays on the right wing. He's described as a defensive attacking forward. You may think that's a little bit more confusing, but all that means is Manchester City like to play with a back three, and you're seeing more and more this season the dependability on Kyle Walker to get forward, whilst also having a little bit of defensive responsibilities about them. It's something we didn't really see from Riyad Mahrez, as he always had the attacking freedom, but Manchester City seemingly looking like they want to go for an attacking winger who's very good with their defensive responsibilities, and Pedro Neto's name is coming out there at this moment in time, according to Steve Kay. Now, he says that Pedro Neto will not push for a move out from Wolves in January, but he is keen on a summer move. Manchester City, they're looking at attacking options on that right-hand side as well. Kyle Walker not getting any younger. There's been a few people out there that have been suggesting that Kyle Walker's performances in that position, it's unfamiliar for him, saying not the quality that City may be looking for, and that could be a position that City choose to add in the summer, which does, to me, make a lot of sense. City have a good business working relationship with Wolves from the transfer with Matheus Nunes that saw Tommy Doyle head out to Wolves on loan. Manchester City also have good relations with Neto's agent too, so we will see Arsenal's name also being put out there. I find that very interesting. Now, moving on, I've got the latest on Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich, and this seems to be coming up more and more and more. There's been a lot of fake rumours going on Twitter about Joshua Kimmich and Manchester City being interested in bringing him in. The understanding is from reliable sources close to Bayern Munich is Manchester City are not interested in January in signing Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich. I'm not even entirely convinced that Joshua Kimmich is available for a transfer in January. In the summer, that might be a little bit different, as he'll only have a year left on his contract, but we'll see what direction that goes in. I know some people have been using fake profiles of Bild over in Germany, the media establishment company, and Christian Falk's name's been put out there as well, using fake quotes. At this moment in time, City not interested in Joshua Kimmich. That's the do-all and end-all stance right now, as it stands January 2nd, 2024. Now, moving on to the final transfer, takes us on to an update on Claudio Echeverri, Manchester City's expected latest signing. Of course, we heard Fabrizio Romano give it the here we go yesterday. Agreement verbally all being sorted. We're just waiting on the written side of things to be exchanged between the two clubs, and then it will literally be box ticking to get everything sorted from a legal point of view, from a contract point of view. The signatures are there, medicals and everything are all sorted. Manchester City are happy with the transfer, River Plate are happy with the transfer, Echeverri and his representatives are happy with the transfer, and then it will be announced. How long that's going to take, I'm not too sure. Could be a case of today or tomorrow. It could be a case that Manchester City choose not to announce it until much later into this window, but I suspect at some point in January, Claudio Echeverri will be announced as a Manchester City player. He will join up with the team in December of this year, so he will remain on loan with River Plate in Argentina for their whole season running from January right through to December. So there we go. That has been today's transfer update. Do subscribe. It is free to subscribe. I'll keep you up to date every single step of the way, every single day here with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this January. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also want to say a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring today's video. Do go and check out, including that fantastic opportunity to win Manchester City club legend Vincent Kompany's signed shirt and some cool instant prizes as well. £3.95 to enter. Links and details there in the description. Remember, these tickets to potentially win this prize will go very quickly, so you do have to be quick. So links and details there in the description. Do go and check them out, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City transfer update, which religiously will come tomorrow. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.